Hello, I'm Shelley Bauer, author of the book Integrity-Based Communications, Using Truth to Get What You Really Want. Integrity-based communications is both a process and a model for clearly, consistently communicating between people to craft winning solutions for all parties involved. What does this mean for you? It means that you can absolutely manifest what you want in your personal life, in your career life, or simply building community-wide consensus. The 6 behaviors are: tell your truth quicker, faster, and ask for what you want. Ask questions, both to clarify information, but also to gain additional information so that you can craft those winning solutions. And pay attention to the answers and use that information appropriately. Keep your agreements, or at the very least, renegotiate them before the deadline. And finally, be accountable for the consequences of the choices you make. Integrity-based communications is guaranteed to help you save time and reduce stress. When you practice these 6 behaviors consistently, you can create an environment, the ground rules of engagement, if you will, so that people really can manifest what they want in their lives. If any of this piques your interest, please join us for the upcoming seminar, Integrity-Based Communications. See how you can apply it in your life and help you get what you really want.
The tools that are used in integrity-based communication are very clear and easy to follow, and when put in practice, I think they work remarkably well.
The workshop for me was very enlightening.
My overall experience of the workshop was totally positive.
I found it was interesting to connect with all the different people, but it was also interesting to become that familiar with everyone on such a gut level so quickly.
Telling my truth quicker, faster was one of the best changes that I learned, that I applied in my life as a result of attending the seminar. Earlier in my career and in my family life and personal relationships, I would sometimes beat around the bush or try to find just the right time to say it or just the right moment that would work. And sometimes that's important, but a lot of times it really isn't. And I learned how to state my truth in a much more succinct, effective way right out front without being harsh or considered difficult or refraining from, setting too tight boundaries for people. I had a tendency to be more of a people pleaser, and I'd go along with what anyone else wanted, and I had to spend some time with myself to really think about what my truth really is. And now I've been able to be much more clear about what it is that I want and what it is that I need. And so being able to do that in a quick, fast, efficient way so that the other person isn't getting mixed messages or there's no gaps in what I mean and what they thought I said, it has been very, very helpful to me in all facets of my life.
Joanne and I have been apart for the longest time ever in our 29-year marriage, about 5 weeks. And the events leading up to that included her father's death. And during that period of time, we also had a situation where our daughter had made a decision to move to a brand new neighborhood in the Bronx. And when we got back together, we had all of the traditional issues that relate to re-entry with one another. So I found actually that particularly telling truth faster and asking for what I really wanted rather than beating around the bush and being inaccurate about my desires was helpful.
Knowing what you want and who you are is very central to moving forward with your life and being happy with your life. I would say the IBC training has improved our ability to wrestle a problem to the ground. I think the level of frustration in our communication has diminished a great deal. We're much more comfortable communicating even on uncomfortable subjects or subjects that might be heated, discussions that might be heated, subjects that are controversial for us. we're able to wrestle them to the ground. We just keep going back. And sometimes we take a break and then we come back. But there's not that frustration and discouragement and pesky anger that sits right here. That's not where I'm coming from anymore. It's like, how can I present this more honestly, more truthfully, more clearly, so that Jimmy understands where I'm coming from, so that he has an accurate picture to respond to, and I'm hoping he's doing the same as well. There's not the yelling, there's not the storming off, there's not the growling at each other and getting angry later at something else totally unrelated because you're still carrying the other resentment.
Don't get it wrong, though. We did have a few good times before we took this course.
My overall experience with integrity-based communications is that it allows you a great deal of flexibility, and it allows you the ability to communicate and deal with people in a much more, obviously, integrity-based way, but also you can deal with them on a much deeper level.
The integrity-based communications model that was built by Shelley Bauer is unsurpassed. I've read a lot of different types of executive level management books and time management groups, and I've attended seminars and have worked really hard to improve both my leadership skills and my relationship skills as a manager and as a person individually. It's really been a unique revolution in my life to have integrity-based communications. It has just been, there's not been another experience that I've had like it. It is really applicable to the lifestyle of anyone who's looking for a way to improve the way they communicate and grow their relationships.